What's happening, YouTube? What's happening? So apparently, Amazon and Starbucks workers on strike. News flashed. How often does that happen? Especially Starbucks. I'm always hearing about the be realsters. Always, they won't get acknowledged as a union. They overcharge for those drinks, and that suck up company won't pay a variable, favorable wage. And Amazon workers heard about how their conditions are. It's been deplorable. They make hand over fist. Remember when they were on TV some years ago bragging about they paying 15 an hour? But the conditions are just not up to par. For all that money they make, and they make a chunk, they don't share it with their employees. That's why you always hear about people like this on strike, especially Starbucks. They should be ashamed of themselves. Overpriced drinks, overrated, and a racist dump. Oh, I can speak on it because I had a couple episodes dealing with them. I never go back there again. And I don't deal with Amazon again. Um, just don't really, that's not surprising. Most of the times, the birds of feather tend to flock together. These companies build these conglomerates, and they become huge enterprises. And then when it comes down to paying their workers, they look for the bottom of the barrel of crumbs. They always on strike. They always coming out. What makes it so bad is because it's the holidays. It's bad anytime, but especially now with the threat of a potential government shutdown. Even though we'll see it to believe it, but the reality of what they're dealing with and how they treat their employees, it says a lot. That and I find both places overrated. Amazon's got a monopoly on a lot of stuff. It's a bad word if you say it in Walmart, but all the places are doing everything when they ship in and how they're manipulating, but they're not offering anything special. But I always look at how they treat their employees. See, for me, I can take or leave how a place is, because customer service and what you buy, but how do they treat their workers? A lot of people don't understand. Sometimes when you go into a place, you want to see how the workers feel about the place. Sometimes that's the selling point for me. Not if the place on the surface looks good, it's how they treat their employees. And these are two of the worst places I've ever encountered. Starbucks, because I know it's a lot to take in to make frappuccinos and lattes and alpacinos and all them other chinos that you can imagine. And it's like, come on now, fancy coffee with whip and cherries and strawberries or whatever you want to put, and they make you go through all those hoops, and they don't want to give you a livable wage, and you hopefully you get tips, but how that goes. Or we go to Amazon selling all those books and the delivery and all that, and they don't, the people that work in the warehouse. I'm like, y'all got to become correct. So it's a bad look. But this ain't the first time. And with Starbucks, it happens every 6, 7 months, it seems. I've been hearing it for a long time. You hear, just like you do with Walmart. All these places are greedy. They don't share. And what they'll do is try to get cheaper labor or eventually try to go to robots. I mean, we know that's what they want to do, you know. But the reality is, this is where mass immigration could backfire in the United States, because who's going to do the job? And when you ain't paying nothing, what you going to do? Let's see how this all turns out. You want to make a big deal about something? Who's going to do the work? We know who don't do the work. So let's see how this turns out. Mm-hmm. And these overpriced places, this is where I wish there was a real Me Too cancel culture, because these places have violated stuff too. And they've been overpriced, overrated, overstated, and they're not that good. Because you can get a discount, a junior version, a second, third tier version of these places and be all right. You know, they don't treat their workers worth much, and it always shows. And that's the problem why I boycott both of them. They gets no love from me. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share if you like, and hit that membership, because when you do, I will create those videos back to you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay true, stay free. Stand up for something. Stop supporting these greedy businesses that don't take care of their workers, because That is more important than anything. I'm out.